The manor house was located on the manor that was owned by the Lord. Each manor included many different parts. You had your main manor house. You had the church. Each manor had their own church. Everyone that lived on the manor had to attend that church. You also had the peasants' houses, who were usually grouped together. You had a tithe barn, where you would go to give your tithe and the money that you owed to your lord or vassal. You had a bakery on the manor, a mill to ground the grain, which was harvested from the land by the peasants and serfs. You had a blacksmith who made all of the tools. You also had lots of fields because that's where you grew your grain. You had a village common area which had a few little makeshift stores that sold goods to the peasants and serfs. And you also had the woods where people would hunt for food. Also known as the Middle Ages or the Dark Ages, social class was very important. You had your lords, who worked for the king, were usually knights or important people who were members of court at the king's court in his magnificent palace. They were given lands by the king. The lords then offered this land to less powerful lords called vassals. The vassals would rent out the land to the peasants and the serfs. Now let's remember, the peasants and serfs are sort of the same thing, except the serfs are bound to the land. Let's think. Does anyone remember why feudalism was created in the first place? That's correct. It was created to protect the lower class from Vikings and other foreign invaders. During the Middle Ages, or the Dark Ages, people were born into a social class for life. They had the same social position and often the same job as their parents. And honestly, they rarely could not move to another class. That was very rare. So they were expected to marry a person from their class.